Musical repetition is different than simply saying the same thing in the same way again and again. Far from that. In music, repetition is the key to say anything at all. To begin, place yourself in the role of an expert listener. An expert listener will identify many large-scale details first. In this way, our brains can place the information we absorb into ready-made containers, freeing our attention to savor more subtle details, and warding off that most pernicious demon of boredom. Curiously, the first layer of repetition in music can be discerned before the first notes are heard. Let's look at the title of the piece I just played. Gigue, from Suite for Cello in G major by Johann Sebastian Bach. The title will give us information about historical repetition, patterns that have been repeated from one piece of music to the next down through history. Our brains process this type of repetition as categories or genres. I like to think of them as actual containers for information that we pull from our skulls and place in front of us. I find it helpful to visualize concrete objects in order to grasp abstract concepts. The better we prepare our containers before the music starts, the more freedom we can deploy in hearing the music. Let's look at some historical repetitions our brains can expect just from looking at the title. A quick Google search will tell us that gigue simply means jig in Italian. A jig is a dance in quick triple meter performed with quick feet movements that originated in the British Isles around the 16th century and became popular all over the European continent. So, first, this piece is a dance. And second, we can expect a triple meter. Third, the tempo will be quick. Fourth, the title is written in Italian, the language of classical music, and this places the piece in the art music context rather than the folk music context. Fifth, we can hear the music through our feet and legs to enter into the spirit of a jig. That information is all contained in the first word of the title. Wow! That's the power of historical repetition. We can repeat this process with the other words of the title, but I'm excited to test out how our new knowledge changes our experience of the music first. Let's listen to this gigue again with our new tool, historical repetition. A title is never something to ignore in music. It will reveal a lot of information. As we listen to more and more music, we will approach new pieces with an expectation that they repeat some aspects of what we've heard before. This is not a lack of originality. Rather, it is composers exercising the virtue of humility, recognizing that they communicate through an inherited language. They need to repeat something from the past in order to link their personal experiences with the experiences of their listeners. Looking closely at the origin of our modern word communicate lends some clarity to my meaning. The prefix cum means with or together in Latin. Munio means strengthen or fortify. Communication, therefore, is strengthening together or bonding. True communication requires two parties to recognize their commonalities. Hence, it requires repetition of remembered and shared experiences. Now you'll have no reason to say, "We're playing another dance?" You can simply recognize the historical repetition a composer is deploying. Let's listen to Bach's Gigue one last time and simply allow our legs and feet to listen to a man who died almost 300 years ago. Wow again! There is truly no other way of communication that can send dance to our feet through the annals of time the way music can. Awesome! We made it to the end of the video. If you want to see more, hit the like button below. If we get to 30 likes, I will make the next video in this series. I will see you next time.